Okay, we're ready for assembly then of this this part of the fitting. So let's go ahead and we kind of open our corners up just a little bit, and then take the right hand cheek, and we're going to set it down in there on our bend marks. We're going to lock that into those corners. I usually start back here and then work in, but some of the radiuses I'll start in the opposite direction. And if we did everything right, these edges should line up perfectly in line with each other. And it looks like it's going to work out on this one. So with that, we lock down our edges, get the corners all in there, lock them down. And then I usually look at the inside and make certain there's no gaps. There's just a little bit of a gap in the middle, so we'll tap that in with the hammer and make sure it's all tight all the way through. So let's just do that now. Being very careful not to put any extra dents in there. You can use a screwdriver as well and tap on the screwdriver, or you can. Some people use like a piece of metal that's got a cut. You know, take a hacksaw and cut a slit in it, and that'll work as well to prevent any extra dents and things. At this point in time, I've got the four corners locked down, so I'll use the edge of my hammer to prevent any extra dents and dings in it. So here we go. It's gonna be loud. Okay, that side's pretty well down. Now let's turn it and take care of the other edge. Okay, with that process, I was being careful not to put too much pressure on, so all of a sudden I wouldn't bend this corner of the duct. So with that, other things I'm looking for is if there's any gaps between them, like here there's a little one, I can maybe tighten them up. And then we'll flip it over. We'll take care of the other cheek, which I see it has some dings in it from who knows what. Maybe I hit them even with that, so I can take my hand seamers, just straighten them out a little bit as well, or I could put it back in the brake and take care of it there also with that. So again, open the corners up, slip it in there, make certain it fits, and it's down all the way. Sometimes you got to take a hammer and tap it too. And then we'll lock those corners over. Making certain it didn't jump out. Sometimes you got to walk them down as well. But this one fits pretty good, being it's square and everything with that. Okay, so we'll set it on side. And I do recommend earplugs for that because it does get loud. So let's start with the throat next then. Same thing, just make sure the corners are opened up. You should seat down in there decent. Looking at your edges to make certain they lined up good. Again, plus or minus 1/8 of an inch is what you're looking for. We'll flip it over. It does pay to have gloves for this kind of stuff too. The gloves are a big thing to help with prevention of cuts. Tap it down, make sure everything's tight. And lock them over. Now sometimes, being these are small, they'll want to kind of spread apart on you. Something you can do is take your hand seamers, just put them in there and squeeze it like this, and then tap them tighter. You can do it on both edges too. And that wraps up your project for the square throat and square back elbow. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.